Hello everyone, it's Lindsay and it is Tip Tuesday and I have a really quick and easy one for you guys today. But before I dive into today's Tip Tuesday, it actually stemmed from some recent video clips in my Instagram stories as I was promoting the Illustrating Bible. So before we jump in, let me just say this Bible goes up for pre-sale tomorrow. And so I'm super excited about that. I got done filming today my full review, so make sure that you subscribe to this channel and come back tomorrow because I'll have a full 45+ minute review of this Bible. But I've been sharing it on Instagram in my stories, and in the background of my stories you can see right in front of me here is my kind of organization that I have with my paints and inks and things like that. And so in that video, you can see my Distress Oxide inks and things. And so somebody had asked about how I label and swatch out my, or I guess label my inks. And so I have the Distress Oxide inks, I have my Creative Retreat chalk inks, and you can see here I have them little color swatches on the outside. I do have my Gina K inks up here, and I haven't swatched these yet or done labels for them, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to go ahead and do that and kind of show you how I get these color swatches on there. Super simple. I didn't even think it really needed a video, but one of you guys messaged me and asked me about it, and I thought, okay, perfect, I needed a Tip Tuesday, so let's go ahead and I'll show you how I do that. So those are created with some full sheet white label paper. So I will link down below the Avery full sheet white label paper that I use, and this is just like white paper that's got adhesive on the back. You can get full sheet, half sheets, you can get like different labels and things. I like the full sheets because then I can print them and use them for stickers and things like that. I usually try to use up my scraps when I'm doing my inks, but I recently cleaned my craft room and I don't have any scraps nearby, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a full sheet. But what I do, you can either take a stamp set like this one here, the basics one from Illustrated Faith, that has a pretty solid image, and actually I'll probably use this for today. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I'm going to use this here. You can stamp with the solid image, or I'll link another one down below. There's the Elements stamp set, I believe. This one, where it's got the swatches. You could also use this to stamp out. That would be another good option. Or you can just, and that's what I did with the Distress Oxide inks, I just rubbed the ink pad directly on here. You do get a really like intensely saturated swatch, so that may not be 100% true to what it would look like while stamping. So you just you do you, whatever works for you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull these inks. I'm going to start from lightest to darkest, just so that if I don't get my ink, if I don't get my stamp 100% clean, it's okay. So I want to make sure this is good and clean before I ink it, just so I get a true to color swatch. And then I'll go ahead. These Gina K inks, these are a dye ink. These do bleed through your Bible pages, but for scrapbooking or if you prep your pages, these inks are beautiful colors and the formula is really nice. So you can see when these initially stamp out, they're kind of splotchy and imperfect, but as it dries, it smooths out and just really gives you a clean impression. So I'm just going to do a couple here, and then off camera I'll work on getting all of my swatches. And this is just so if I've got them displayed in my office, it's kind of easier to at a glance see both what the true color is, because you can see that color isn't a perfect match for what's on the top of the ink cube. It's pretty close with these ones, but some inks aren't that close. I'm going to go ahead and just hit this with my heat tool to make sure it's good and dry. I want to be careful because that is sticker paper, and I don't want to mess up the adhesive on that paper. Dye inks dry pretty fast, and this will continue to kind of smooth out. So what I want to do is figure out where my rulers are and see how much space I have here. So half, quarter, say just shy of a quarter of an inch is what I want to cut these into. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my trimmer. And normally I would go ahead and just stamp out all the colors at once and do this at once, but that's okay. And then I want, here's my half inch, here's my quarter inch. Okay, you can see this strip is gonna fit right onto the edge there, but before I cut it down anymore, I am going to go ahead and write the name of the ink as well. So let me use a really fine tip pen. You could print these out ahead of time, but I'm kind of lazy and they don't have to be perfect for me. So I have key lime and sweet corn. Make sure I don't smear those. I'll go ahead and trim these swatches down. And of course, with bigger ink pads, you have, you know, a bigger swatch that you can do. These are just little mini cubes. And then I can go ahead and just peel this off the backer. And whichever, I like to have mine because I'm OCD, I like to have them straight and facing out to me. So I want my swatches on the surface that is facing out to me when it's on my desk. So now I will have all of these swatched and lined up so I can at a glance see the name and the color of my ink cubes. And yeah, so that is it. So I went ahead and just did that for all my different ink cubes. This is the same idea and really simple, really quick Tip Tuesday. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Come back tomorrow for that review. I think it's going to be a really popular Bible. So if you're interested in that, definitely come back tomorrow. Give this video a thumbs up if this Tip Tuesday was helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Be sure to click on that bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos from me. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.